Good morning. As you may remember, the last lecture focused on issues of climate change and its causes and effects. Today, I want to explain some alternative solutions that may help reduce some of the problems related to climate change. The first solution uses solar energy to grow food in the desert. That's right. Growing fruit and vegetables in the desert is now possible, and the first desert farms have been built in Australia. First of all, I will explain how farming in the desert works. Then, we will briefly discuss how this type of farming could solve some of the environmental problems we are now facing. And finally, we will discuss some possible problems of this system. So, how does it work? As we all know, in order to grow plants, we need water and sunlight. While we have a lot of sunlight in the desert, we have very little water. Scientists have decided to combine the modern technology of solar energy with a farming technology called hydroponics. Hydroponics means growing plants in water. In the 1700s, scientists observed that plants don't need to grow in the ground. They need nutrients to help them grow. Nutrients are like food for the plants. Therefore, if you add the nutrients to water, you can grow your fruit and vegetables in water. NASA scientists have been developing this method of growing food because it could allow us to grow food in any climate. In Antarctica, the Sahara Desert, or even on Mars. You might ask how this method of growing plants helps with the problem of global warming. After all, it uses fresh water, which is a limited resource on our planet. An Australian company, Sundrop Farms, combined hydroponics with solar energy. Traditional farming uses between 60 and 80% of our planet's fresh water. However, Sundrop Farms doesn't use fresh water. It uses seawater. Sundrop Farms is only 110 yards or 100 meters from the shore. A line of mirrors reflects heat from the sun onto a pipe that has oil inside. The hot oil in the pipe heats up seawater, which is kept in special containers. When the seawater reaches 320 degrees Fahrenheit, 160 degrees Celsius, the steam from this process provides electricity. Some of the hot water is used to heat the greenhouse during the cold desert nights. The plants grow in the greenhouse, a building with glass walls and a glass ceiling. The rest of the heated water goes to a desalination plant. Desalination is when we remove the salt from seawater to create drinkable water. That is, water that's clean and safe to drink. The desalination plant can produce up to 2,700 gallons, that is, 10,000 liters, of fresh water every day. The farmer adds nutrients to the water and then grows fruit and vegetables. To summarize, the solar energy is used to remove the salt from the seawater, and the fresh water is then used inside the greenhouse where the plants are growing. As you can imagine, many people around the world are really excited about this technology. So far, Australian farms have grown tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers in this way. Many supermarkets are interested in buying these vegetables because they are grown without pesticides or other chemicals. Some people think this is the perfect solution to the world food crisis. After all, this way of farming can help us grow food in very difficult conditions. Furthermore, it uses seawater, which is a major advantage. Finally, the desert farms use solar energy and not fossil fuels. Thus, their negative effect on the environment is minimal. Now, of course, the future of hydroponics is uncertain. But taking all this into consideration, the quality of food, the use of seawater, and the minimal use of fossil fuels, I think that desert farms might be a very interesting way to farm in the future. Now, let's discuss some of the problems.